Hello folks, and welcome to another Richard Head Longbows video. Yeah, this is one of our Zoom meetings because, as you're probably aware, there are still problems going on and we can't travel where we'd like to go. But soon, hopefully, things will change. And in fact, our sport is starting to come alive. There are rumblings on the street and in the fields and in the woods. People are starting to think about getting back out there. And we've obviously got a few new products for you to have a look at today that we thought we would share with you. And it's all of a horn nature. What have we got there, Richard?
Right, we've got some horn dowels or rods, or whatever you want to call them. We call them dowels, in different diameters, different lengths. It was thought because rough buffalo horn tips may not be quite so plentiful as they were at one time. For making horn nocks for longbows, you could use one of these, which is 30 millimeters diameter. Just double check that, which is an inch and a bit, nearly an inch and a quarter actually. You could drill that with a conical hole, and there's enough meat there to shape reasonably fancy top horn nock. There's no doubt other uses for these, but that was originally what we were thinking. So that would make, unfortunately, just one decent nock. The next size we've got, which is that 25 millimeters, which is an inch, and that's a bit longer. The other was 80 millimeters. This is 115 millimeters long. So you could cut that in half, and then you've got basically 2-inch long pieces. Drill it out with a conical hole, and you've got a top and a bottom nock. Fairly simple nocks, but that's what a lot of people like. Just not a fancy nock at all, just a simple nock, groove in it for the string. So you could get a top and a bottom nock out of that one. So that's the two I've got here. I think Philip's got some others.
Yeah,
slightly smaller again.
We got some more sizes. This is a 20 mil by 150. So it's quite a long one, this one. But say that's only the 20 mil diameter there. And we've also got 18 mil diameter, and that's by 100 mil. So not quite as long as the other one there. And I think you've got the smallest of them there as well.
We've sold these for a while. These are 8 millimeter. Just double check that, which is 2, 4, 5, 16th. So if you were making arrows, target arrows with a 5/16 shaft, and you wanted to do like the Victorians did and make a horn nock, then cut a V shape in the end of the shaft, shape this to a chisel shape, and glue it in, you could get several nocks out of these. So if you wanted to make traditional Victorian type arrows with a horn nock, those are the ones to go for, and we've sold those for quite a while, and we've still got a lot of those in stock. There's probably other uses for them, but again, that's what we bought them for.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge number of craft uses that people make use of these. They're very good quality. They're very solid. People who've worked one will know what I mean by that. They are good quality and they polish up very nicely, very black. Very few imperfections, if at all, in the ones that certainly the stock that we've got. That's not to say all natural products are faultless. They do have faults in, but these ones they're very good, as I say. And as Richard mentioned, they can be used for all sorts of different things. I believe we've got some other horn in as well.
Yeah, we've had some cow horn tips. And again, if you're making a medieval style bow, you perhaps don't particularly want water buffalo horn on it because that wouldn't be quite correct. Cow would have been used. So we've got some cow horn tips. Again, these do come in different colors. Cow horn is not all the same color. These particular pieces, you can see the ends there. So when they're shaped down, you probably have some nice different colors within them. You'd have that pale color and perhaps bits of brown. So there's a pair of tips. We're selling them as a pair. You might find that one is slightly longer than the other, which is obviously one for the top knot, one for the bottom. Those are quite slim, not a lot of work to do on them to make them into a pair of nocks. You obviously need to drill a conical hole in them. These have been selected so they shouldn't have any splits in them. When we've bought full cow horns and cut them to use the tips, we very often have found there's these splits that run around the diameter, the circumference of the horn, which makes, all right, you could put super glue in and that would hold it together, but not ideal. So these have been selected. So those are darker. There's a few. It's the same with horn. There's all natural colors, sizes. Some of them will be more like that, which are a little bit bigger. You've got a bit more work to do on those, but they are a lot paler in color. And that one, because of the way the horn grows, it's solid tip at the end, but then it becomes hollow. So you've still got the remnants of some of the hollow there. And perhaps in the Middle Ages, they might have used that to fit to the end of the bow. So you've already got the start of this conical shape. Nowadays, you probably use your taper drill and enlarge that and deepen it. But I would imagine back in the day, they would have used that as a basis and they'd have had a reamer to ream it out. So it's interesting. That one, you've just got the very remnants of the tip there. And those are a pale color. So when you finish those, there's a little bit of green in there. They really look nice when they're finished. So
yeah,
each pair is different.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee what you're going to get, but it's all cow horn.
They do vary greatly, and as Richard said, they're a bit of an adventure when you work with the cow horn compared to the buffalo. The buffalo tends to be black, and that's it. A bit like we were mentioning with these, as you can see. I mean, these are worked down, machine-made work down from the raw horn, and they are pretty much black throughout. You may get the odd white fleck, but the cow horn, they're a surprise. When you work with them, you don't really know what you're going to get when you get rid of that outer husk. They still polish up in the same way that the buffalo horn does, so they still go shiny if that's what you want them to be. But they can be from almost opaque, see-through opaque, to quite a dark. I mean, some of the cow horn is black. Not all of it is this sort of caramelly colours that you usually associate with the cow horn. So you really don't know what you're going to get. But it's often more pretty, perhaps, than the buffalo. There's a bit more interest in it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that's given you a bit more of an insight.
This is interrupted. This has interrupted my coffee break.
No, I'm sorry.
The mug. Do we sell these?
No, we don't. I wish you hadn't shown that, because now people will want a Richard Head Longbow's mug.
We'll have to get some made in that case.
They'll also want army men curtains.
Oh yeah, and a Fender Stratocaster.
And a Fender Stratocaster. It's over there, sorry. And Freeman.
And I've just joined another band of ancient people.
A band of ancient people? What, druids? What?
Could be, yeah. I haven't met them yet, so they might be. Here in Wiltshire, who knows?
Banging drums.
On the plain.
Oh, that's what they do.
Around Stonehenge, yeah. Could be anything. Could be aliens landed.
A band of aliens. Aliens. Totally not a link at all. I just thought I'd say it. As you probably know, we've got, and if you don't know, why don't you know, we've got a bow making website where we try and put all these videos and collate them, and collate all all of his 40-year knowledge that he's been slowly passing on to me over the years into one convenient place for everybody to peruse and go through at your leisure, or zip through in 5 minutes and then become an online expert in bow making. whichever it is you choose to do. But we've done this out of the goodness of our own heart to try and, as I say, collate all this information that Richard and I have collected over the years and give it back to everybody. But unfortunately, it does cost money to host a website, and obviously the effort of putting together all these videos and what have you. And yes, we're never going to be the YouTube stars that we deserve to be. So millions are unfortunately not within our reach. So if you would actually like this to continue, because obviously we will be unable to afford to do so if money doesn't come in to produce the website and collate all this information for years to come and continue making the videos, then please consider donating. We've created a donate button which works via PayPal, which you can donate to. It's at the top of the banner on our YouTube page, on our channel, at the banner at the top. I will also put it in the details below here if you would like to contribute. We would put it towards maintaining the website. Anyway, yes, well, that's pretty much it for now. I'm off to go and paint some more mugs, because no doubt you're going to start buying them now.
I better start practicing the guitar
again. Yes, now you're working with the Druids. That's what you should call the band. I think you should recommend that when you meet up with them.
when we're allowed out.
When you're allowed out, yeah. Well, hopefully that'll be soon. I hope you're all getting your jab, or if you're not getting your jab, I hope you stay safe. We'll talk to you again soon.